The other storm was so bad that this patio tomato was knocked all the way over. Fortunately, the stems did not break, so we're good on that. Why do dragonflies and flies love the tops of these? Someone who knows anything about dragonflies, let me know. What is the appeal for dragonflies for the tops of these sticks? Oh, there you go again. Oh, he got mad at me. Sorry. I'll make it be still. There you go. I actually tucked this one back between these two so that it wouldn't do what it has done apparently. So I'm just gonna stand it right back up. Spin this around like this. This thing appears to be leaning like hell. The leaning tower of red currants. I wanna cut them off again, but I see tomatoes forming. Like, missed it. He's backing up. What's that? He blew me a kiss. Okay, if you pardon me, I'm going to take a moment to blush. And all this is he made all of this possible. Real talk. He literally made all of this possible. Got up and threw on a sundress and didn't. I don't know how well you can see it in there, but I didn't comb my hair, and these curls tightened up, girl. And let me also give my baby some sun. Say we want some sun too. Yeah, these are cucumbers and peas. The cucumbers have the yellow flowers and peas have the white flowers. For those of you who don't garden and wouldn't know. I don't want that in my hair. Hey, you got your spot back. That baby got his spot back. What is with dragonflies in the tops of sticks? And okra. You see this? This is normally the point where you would pick a green okra. Well, this is red okra. And it is my experience, I don't hear people say, but it is my experience that red okra can get larger while still staying tender and delicious for those who like okra. Like the red okra can get bigger and still be good. The hell is your problem? Better be glad I'm growing them for you. Well, actually, the person I started growing them for didn't say that, but she might feel the same way. She's old school. She might feel the same way. There's a nice one. This one. It's a little overgrown, but that'll work. I could use that in a green juice. So here are the tomatoes. I flipped those around and staked them up because the storm was disrespectful. I don't really see any more flowers on this one. I might pull this one. I think I'm gonna come through and pull all these coming down the front that don't have any more flowers. Here's a backup cucumber coming along nicely. And these peas are doing a lot better. Tomatoes, look at that. Oh, so many. So many everywhere. Here's a little one. Again, tons everywhere. Mandarin, Meyer lemon. I need to plant that grapefruit. Man, I had this ruby red grapefruit, and y'all know me. It was so delicious. I needed the seeds, so So I just spun those around and leaned them. Do the same here. My verbena is leaning, of course, because it's way down with moisture. I'll restake those later today. Here's the collard, being great. Is that an onion coming up? What? One of my onions is coming up. The callaloo. I topped everything off that had heads on it. From here over, I left these 3 branches so you can see they're heading. They're the only 3 that have heads on them. I left those 3 because they were actually giving shade to the collard, which was actually being spared from cabbage moth damage. And because I wasn't sure if it was being spared because the callaloo was hiding it and shading it, I just went ahead and left these 3 branches to continue to do that job. Oh, okay, this blue dragonfly is bonding with me. What do you want, sir? What you want? What you want? You messing with me? I need to know more about dragonflies. Or maybe I don't if it's gonna make me scared of them. Perpetual spinach. I'm gonna go in and drink my ACV tonic and actually work out. Whoa. Okra is leaning all the way over. And again, that's the size that you want to pick green okra, but red okra can get larger and remain tender. I need to stake that up. Ooh, the comfort leaves are bigger than I have ever seen them. Look at that. Yeah, there's the cucumber. Oh my God. Oh my God. Y'all, this is after a storm. This is wonderful. You can see how tall this got. I cut the most lower branches off of this one and it's the tallest. I need to harvest these today. Here's one that tipped over. The one that the cucumber trying to bond with. Let me pick a couple of these too. Ow. Man, it drew blood. These little black things on these cucumbers really hurt if you grab them wrong, or there are 2 more back there. I'm pretty sure there are some in back that I can't reach and that I'm not willing to dive into without a Spider-Man escort. But yeah, I got a handful. That's how they, ouch. That's how they start out. 5 ready per day. Y'all, this is blue. Say hi to everybody, Blue. Oh, you can't talk now? You got an interview, now you can't talk. Now you don't have nothing to say. Okay. All right. I've done mostly everything except stake up that okra. And back up. My cilantro is not coming up. Red Caesar lettuce is not coming up. Oh yeah. Check on this spinach. And here are my moringas. Y'all, I need to find a place in the yard to put them, because if y'all know moringa like I know moringa, it just wants to be great. It doesn't need a bunch of care or attention. It needs heat and sun, and to be left alone to be great. It doesn't even need fertilizer because it's its own nutrients. It provides everything for everybody and 8 times it. Maybe I'll put one of them in front. Let's go look and see how that might fare. There's my herb pot. You see nothing's in it, but opal basil and pineapple sage. All of the red vein sorrel have come up. I put them all between all the hostas so that we can gradually replace the hostas with them. This is the pot I think I want to put one of the moringa in, and maybe this one. Only problem with that is it'll force me to come out more to harvest it. I think I'll have Mr. find a place out back for this. I don't know, I gotta think it through. Meanwhile, let me pull this. See that? I actually think it's pretty, but we mess around and got a piece of it in our, before we put this lava rock down here. And it did what weeds do. I got something trying to come up with this. See how pretty the red vein sorrel took? It's a great big one. Ought to come up. I actually think these are kind of pretty. And they have a succulent-ish feel to them. They feel kind of like cactus, like cacti without the what do you call them? Not splinters, not thorns. I forgot what you call the things on cactus that's sticky. Anyway, I let these seeds sit overnight, and then I just smushed the outer coating off of the ones that were still left on there. So I'm sitting them out here in the air to dry a little bit, and then when they do, I'm going to take them out of here and line them along this parchment paper like so.